Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's cover the question. F of x equals to a to the x to the power negative b. The exponential function given above passes through points c, 12 and 2c, 768. What is the possible value of b? Since the graph of the given exponential function passes through these 2 points, let's plug in the given points into the function over here. Okay, now let me plug in the first point c, 12 into this function. Okay, here we can plug in this y coordinate 12 for f of x over here. Because this f of x represents y, then we get 12 equals to a to the power of, for x, we can plug in the exponent, that is a to the power of c negative b. Okay, now let me plug in the second point into the function. Then we have to plug in this 768 y coordinate for f of x over here. We get 768 equals to a to the power of, for x, we can plug in the exponent 2c negative b. Let's solve for a to the power of c in this equation. Okay, let me add b to both sides of this equation. Then this negative b, positive b will cancel out. I am getting 12 positive b on the left side, on the right side a to the power of c. Okay, now let's come to the second equation over here. That is 768 equals to, we can write this a to the power of 2c as a to the power of c the whole square. Here at the exponent, two values are multiplied, 2 and c. Whenever two values are multiplied at the exponent, one of the values can be taken as an exponent for the existing base. Here I have taken the value c as an exponent for the existing base a. Then we got a to the power of c. The other value 2 can be taken as exponent for the whole stuff. Then we get a to the power of c whole square. We can write this negative b as it is. Here we have solved for a to the power of c, that is a to the power of c equals to 12 positive b. Let's plug in this stuff for a to the power of c over here. Then we get 768 equals to 12 positive b the whole square negative b. Okay, here in this equation we have to solve for b, that is we have to find a possible value for b. We can use Desmos to solve for b in this equation. Actually, when we give this kind of implicit equations as input in Desmos, Desmos will accept either x or y as unknown. But here the unknown is b. So now to solve for b in this equation, let's give the same equation as input. Instead of b, we can take x. Okay, now let me give this equation as input. That is 768 equals to 12 positive. Instead of b, we can take x, then whole square negative x. Okay, now to get the values of x in this equation, let's consider the x-intercepts of the graph we have over here. Okay, here we get two x-intercepts for the graph, because the equation we have given as input over here is a quadratic equation, so we'll be getting two x-intercepts. Okay, in these two x-intercepts, let's consider the x coordinates, negative 39 and 16. So these are the two values of x in this equation. Actually, we have taken x instead of b, so we can consider this negative 39 and this positive 16 as the values of b. That is b equals to negative 39 or b equals to 16. So therefore, a possible value of b is either negative 39 or positive 16.